Or should I do the glasses off? Go like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right. How do we start it? Okay, it's Figgy from...
It's already going.
It's already going, yeah.
Geez.
It's Figgy from Survivor Millennials vs. Gen X. I have Troyzan here, the all-star. He's played on 2 seasons, whatever.
Okay.
We are going to talk about...
Jealousy.
Whatever. We're going to talk about Survivor, heroes versus healers versus hustlers, the ultimate tongue twister. That's what we like to call the season. Since my own, I typically would do a weekly recap, but this time I'm just kind of going to go over what we feel about the season.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You want to kick it off?
I think it started out a little slow, but I think, like I told Figgy before, when you come from a all-returner season, like Game Changers, and then you go right into all newbies, who I feel like half really don't know what they're doing. It's hard to kind of say, wow, I'm all jacked up for this, right off the bat. Especially since some of the stuff, like they started off the season on a ship.
I know. Why are all these other seasons starting off on a ship and not my own?
But
I'm
they
so
did the
mad.
exact same ship and the exact same thing that we did, jump overboard with a bunch of fruit. If you watched my season, then if you're now on this ship, wouldn't you know that there's going to be clues in the...
That's what I'm saying. There's always a clue. There's always an advantage in the game. And there was on my season. There was on Game Changers. And obviously there's going to be a clue first season, heroes versus healers versus hustlers. So that being said, you always have to keep your eyes peeled. And this season, Ryan was the one who found it, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Ryan is, to me, that makes sense, because doesn't he feel like he's like the super fan? He's like the Cochrane.
Yeah, he knows the game, I feel like, for sure.
You look at the cast, and I'm looking at it now like I'm looking at the cast.
Yeah, we're looking at the cast.
So, and it's just the typical where you say, okay, Ryan can be Cochrane. This guy could be, it's just like everyone can be somebody.
I agree, for sure. Everyone can be someone from a past season.
They got the 3 young bucks, the Devin, the Cole, Mr. Cole. I don't know this guy. He's good looking, but.
We'll save that for later, because I'm sure everyone has an opinion on Cole.
It's only 4 episodes in. Alan Ball got all crazy on the first episode.
He did. He strip searched JP. Poor JP. Thank goodness we didn't need to see any of that. Thank God for filters if the cameras were to show us anything.
Fuzzy squares.
Let's blur that out, because no one wants to see JP's package. I know I don't.
Well,
Troyzan probably doesn't. And if you want to, I'm so sorry, but we don't need to see that. Also, the first boot was Katrina. I want to comment about that, because I'm pretty bummed that Katrina went out so early, because I think that she kind of didn't get the credit that I feel like she should have. She's this Olympic swimmer. I feel like Ashley's also a lifeguard, so she can swim, and Chrissy is what does she do?
She owns her own.
No, I'm looking up what she does.
Doesn't she own her own stuff?
No, she does something with numbers.
But she said she has money.
She works with.
Didn't she say she has money?
She works the numbers. She's an actuary. Chrissy is the actuary, if I'm saying that correctly.
Actuary is basically like, what is that, CPA?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not the person to ask.
We're just survive. We just know how to survive.
We just know how to survive on an island, okay? But between all those people, maybe Chrissy was the one who was more relatable, because Katrina wasn't the one who was putting herself out there, but I did want to see more of Katrina, because she is this Olympic swimmer. Hello, that is a huge asset when you're on an island and you know that there are going to be water challenges. Would you not want to keep her? And in the future, when we did have that water challenge where Ashley went in the water, the one where they went underwater and they had to push those puzzle pieces through the cage, Ashley came straight up, and I would have been excited to see Katrina perform in that challenge.
That's just one of those things where it's like when you first hit the island in Survivor, whether it's your first time playing or second or third, it's like you have to make instant connections, and the social game has to be first. I mean, I know you understand. You would like to see somebody be like, "Oh, I wish we would have saved them because they're better at challenges." And I think sometimes people get so focused on challenges in the beginning, and forget about, like, it's a social thing first.
And you also have to. It's so hard to kind of balance it between having a strong tribe and having people that you can trust in a social aspect, because you want to be able to trust people that you work with. And it's the same thing when you look at Patrick's game. So Troyzan and I don't know if we agree on this, but I would have kept Patrick over Lauren if I was the millennial in that tribe, because speaking from a millennial standpoint, you have Patrick who trusts you 170 million%. Lauren,
it's an interesting number.
It's
170 million.
Thanks, Troyzan. But I'm just saying that Lauren is the odd woman out, if you will. She's saying that she's having trouble fitting in. That being said, Patrick has the easy way in with the young crowd. Right. So Lauren is the easy boot, because if you think about it, come merge, come swap tribe. If I'm Lauren, I'm thinking to expand my alliance and kind of flip on the people that I'm with. It's the same thing for my season, and in past seasons you can kind of look back on. It's if you can't fit in with the people you're with, but you're making it just barely getting by, like Lauren would have been the next out if it wasn't come a swap, you know? So the fact that she gets to be in a new tribe, that's a brand new game for her. So in my opinion, I would have kept Patrick over Lauren, and you can kind of go on about that.
It's kind of, I mean, I can't put myself in a millennial's shoe because I don't know what it's like to be a millennial, so I'm like, I'm more like, I understand what you're saying, but I play the game to where I feel like my main core of people, whether I know they're my main core in the beginning, and if we get split up, will they come back? Can I rely on this person? Like, are they stable enough to like understand what's really going on?
Yeah.
And it's like when you get people that are kind of out there that you really can't grasp like where their mind is coming from, it becomes very nerve-wracking to me. Like, it scares me that I can't look at you and say, do you understand? Like, I mean, I know we're both playing a game, but there's some people that are like pretty solid, and you know that they're solid in their real life outside the game. So you're like, okay, I feel like they're solid. I can rely on them. They're not unstable. Where Patrick is an unstable character, and I feel like at any moment could he just go left field on me, and like that's what there's so much paranoia in the game, and I just don't want a person like that making me any more paranoid. So for me,
Troyzan would have got rid of Patrick. I would have kept Patrick. I would have kept him, little person to carry along in the game with. I mean, you would have carried Lauren. Let's go back to the Simone vote out. I do feel like that was a smart strategic move for the Hustlers to get rid of Simone on the second boot.
Yeah.
They were kind of blaming it to, Simone worked on the puzzle and she couldn't get it, but it's also about what that player brings to the table. Simone in her pregame interviews she was talking about being a swing vote a lot. She was like, I want to be the swing vote when I come in.
She also talked about how difficult it was for her out there in the elements, which is like something I feel like you just keep to yourself anyway. Like if you get to the point where like, I don't know, I just think there's some things that you can keep to yourself where people don't question, like, what did you sign up for?
You have to be adaptable in those environments, and if you can't be adaptable to the environment or the people around you, then you're just going to find your way out of the game unless someone drags you to the end, and then you don't win $1 million.
I mean, it's hard to be somebody that you're not, and everyone has played and tries to say, like, oh, I'm going to be this person, or I'm going to lie, or I'm going to try to be like that, or this. That's fine. It probably works for the 1 or 2 days, but the real person on day 6 comes out and stays. It never fails. It's like anybody that's ever played will probably say to you, like, well, I tried to be this person or tried to be that person, and whatever you are on the inside eventually comes out, and that's who you end up being, and that's it. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, like when they go and what we actually see with anybody, even the crazy person like Patrick. There could be sides of him that were like completely stable and we just didn't see it because obviously Survivor wants you to see one side of one person. And that's
we want to see the character. We want to see them.
Once you're picked as a certain character, that's it. You're not,
100% agree.
You pick out anybody that's a crazy, Philip Shepard will be Philip Shepard forever. Well, we meet people outside the game all the time and go, wow, you're way different than what I thought.
A lot of people say that about me. You're welcome.
Well, it's just, we're different on the outside than when you are starving out on the inside. I mean, you're still yourself, but when people meet you on the outside, they see every aspect of you. Where when you see someone on TV, you're seeing one side of them for 45 minutes out of 3 days. So you're seeing what, 12 hours of a person over 39 days. How many hours is that? Like, you're just not seeing the whole side of one person.
Agreed. And then the last episode that we just watched, we had Alan voted out. We had the tribe swap happen. We have, I think, oh man, if I can recall, we have Ashley, Alan,
on the
Joe,
tribe.
Desi, and Devin on our blue tribe. I can't remember the tribe names. Pardon me, I can't remember them. So on the blue tribe, then on the yellow tribe we have Dr.
Yawa and Tovayo.
Whatever it is. On the yellow tribe we have Jessica Cole, Dr. Mike,
here's
Chrissy, and Allie, I believe.
I'm glad you
And then on the red tribe, we, I believe, have, who's left over? We have Ryan, Lauren, scroll up. Rorik, I think, no, Rorik's on yellow. Oh man, I'm already messing this up. JP. Okay, JP, Allie, Ryan. I can't remember the red tribe.
I can't either. I mean,
I can't. I'm so sorry. We can't remember. But regardless, Alan went home. I had the blue tribe right. Alan went home. And I personally was bummed because I love Alan as a character. And as everyone loves watching television, we love great characters. We love great storyline. We also like to watch great gameplay. And Alan may not have given us the great gameplay that we always wanted, but he did give us that character that we craved. He gave us that drama. He gave us those crazy eyes. He was strip searching. Ladies all over America were all over that strip search for JP. Yeah. I was not, but every other woman in America were like, turn around JP, thanks Alan. So Alan gave us that character that I loved. And if it was between Alan and Joe, I would have preferred to see Joe go home in that situation. But knowing he had an idol, you knew he wasn't going.
Yeah, if you're going to have two big personalities that are kind of like out there.
On the same tribe.
I would rather see Alan than Joe on my screen.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, you'd rather see Alan go, you'd rather see Alan than Joe.
Yeah. No, only because I feel like even with Alan, you see, he still has got this like intensity where he could blow up on a challenge. You could see him. He's where at any moment he's gonna go. He might pull a Troyzan. This is my island.
This is my island.
Don't F with me. Something. He could go crazy. But you got to give someone a chance to like boil for 2 or 3 episodes and be out there. Can you imagine him like on day 30? Where something goes wrong.
And Joe's already been bursting.
Joe's already, I mean,
he's already going crazy, and a lot of people are comparing him to Tony. Joe's not building spy shacks around the world, but
I mean, you're not going to be exactly the same, but I can kind of get it, but
yeah.
I played with Tony. He's no Tony.
There you go. But I was very bummed to see Alan leave. Like I said, I think he was an awesome character. I think between him and Joe, you can trust Alan more if you have him on your side. Like Ben, for example. Love Ben.
How is Joe, here, I have to stop you for a second. How is Joe a healer?
Okay, so
why is he a healer?
He
doesn't seem like the healer personality.
I know, he doesn't seem like he has a healer personality, but it's how people perceive him. So I guess he's a probation officer in real life. So
does that make him a
he's
healer?
Rooting and cheering for these people to transform their lives into a better situation. So that's why he's a healer. But I will say he is playing more like the people that are on probation than the probation officer.
He's more like a hustler, but a hustler wants to hustle you.
He did say that in his pregame interviews that he was going to play like the people that he is rooting for because that he gets that environment and he can play like that.
Yeah.
So
I guess
I can see the scrappiness from him for sure. But
again, it's like
I don't know how far he's going to last if he's going to be making people mad. But again, that is like a Philip Shepard or like a Shamar.
Exactly, because that is one thing. You always keep somebody, 1 or 2 people in front of you to keep the target off your back.
Yeah.
It's just if no one's looking at you, that's what you want.
And then next episode, we still have to see what the fate of our new showmans, Cole and Jessica, will be. I see nothing but flames coming up for them. I really do. I think Dr. Mike is smarter than what we believe him to be. I know he's going in the water saying, I know your guys aren't screwing me over. I don't see him sticking with the healers. Someone tweeted at me, and it's so funny, from my season, how my swap tribe was. I had myself, Taylor, Ken, Jessica, and Adam. And they're labeling Adam as Dr. Mike, myself as Jessica, Taylor as Cole, and then Ken and Jessica as who are the other two on the Yellow Tribe? It's Rorik and...
Oh my God. See, that's why I can't remember stuff like that.
I can't think. It's another guy. It's not Joe. It's not Devin. It must...
That's it.
Oh, it's Lauren.
It's Lauren.
Lauren, Dr. Mike.
Right.
Jessica, Cole, and Rorik? Here, hang on. Do you have Twitter on your phone? Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I have Twitter.
I just favorited something, so we're going to have to go to my Twitter for this. Okay, someone said, okay, here it is. Ben is Ken. Okay. Lauren is Jessica. Cole is Taylor. Jessica is Figgy. And Mike is Adam.
Okay.
That's a great description, I feel like, for the Killer Tribe. I do feel like Dr. Mike is going to be that swing vote, and I feel like Lauren is super smart and can manipulate people.
Yeah.
And we're just underestimating her game because she's been in there long enough. She survived being on the Hustler Tribe with a bunch of millennials, so I do see her ultimately seeing through Cole and Jessica and calling it out and making it is what it is, and I see one of them going home.
And Jessica's getting all caught up.
Well, yeah, because Cole outed her on that advantage.
I know.
Cole straight up just said, you know what? Sorry, Jess. I got to protect my own butt. And good on Cole, because at least Cole does realize he's playing Survivor a little bit where he has to protect himself. But you also have to protect those alliances that you build. And you going off telling everyone breaks one alliance with Jessica, throws her under the bus. And I don't know what's to come of it.
I don't either. It's hard not to get your feelings into the games of, like, feelings about people. It's just weird, but I just still feel like, I don't know, I should, whatever. Maybe
chicken wing.
Maybe her virgin qualities are making her emotions way more unstable than they should be.
I'm just over her age.
Huh? Like, you're just gonna eat a chicken wing? Dry rub, chicken wing. That's like,
I'm just gonna eat a chicken wing. It's fine. Don't worry about me.
good wings in Nashville, I'll tell you.
Martin's Barbecue.
Good barbecue, man.
Told you Memphis dry rub.
Oh.
It's fine. It's just on my black pants. It's okay. All right. Anything else you want to say? Hashtag Team Figgy.
Hashtag Team Figgy. God, can you even say that?
Come on, millennial.
It's a cool background, right?
It is. Comment below what you guys think about my chicken wings and about Survivor Heroes vs. Healers vs. Hustlers. Comment below. We love you guys.
See ya.
Figgy and Troyzan have spoken.
I think that was pretty good.
I have.
That was pretty good for our first
our first live. Whatever you want to call it.
I don't know what you call it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start my own podcast, Troyzan.
You should.
Dream bigger. My 7 shirt.
Survivor for life.
I'm a survivor for life.
I've got the shirt. The mash. What's this called? The mashup, where they put all different pieces of every Survivor season in one shirt.
So you think you're better than me because you have that shirt?
Yeah, I do actually.